Every day, the volume of sensitive data generated worldwide demands stricter security and deeper governance. And when that digital vault locks shut, the resulting liability falls squarely on the professionals managing the data. The International Association of Privacy Professionals, or IAPP, is the defining, policy-neutral global association for the professionals managing these critical data intersections. These credentials function as legally recognized benchmarks, carrying global weight. These credentials maintain strict adherence to international standardization protocols, specifically recognized by the American National Standards Institute under the ISO 17024 standard. Acquiring an IAPP certification means formally entering a globally accredited, heavily regulated professional framework. The privacy landscape divides into 3 foundational functional pillars, each requiring a specific operational focus. The Certified Information Privacy Professional, or CIPP, validates your understanding of specific jurisdictional laws and regulations, like those in Europe or the US. Next is the Certified Information Privacy Manager, the CIPM. This certification focuses strictly on the day-to-day operational management and execution of those privacy programs. Finally, the Certified Information Privacy Technologist, or CIPT. This proves you can integrate privacy requirements directly into technology products and IT systems. These foundational certifications are modular. You can combine them to unlock advanced, cumulative designations. Look at the Fellow of Information Privacy, or FIP. To earn this shield, you need an active CIPP, plus either a CIPM or CIPT, alongside 3 years of verifiable experience where data privacy represents at least 50% of your job. Selecting the correct combination of these credentials maps directly to your specific operational role, and it dictates your long-term career ceiling. Candidates entering the preparation phase have access to a vast abundance of official training materials, textbooks, and practice exams. A critical misconception often derails this process. The exam does not test your rote memorization of those official training materials. The absolute definitive structural blueprint for every exam is the body of knowledge. An exam development board dynamically updates this document every year. They change 10 to 15% of the content to reflect new laws and industry standards. As this diagram illustrates, textbooks and courses are just tools to build understanding. Every single question on the actual exam must map directly to a topic or subtopic explicitly listed on the body of knowledge. There are logistical timeline parameters to manage alongside your study schedule. Exams expire exactly 1 year after purchase, and special accommodation requests need 30 days' notice. Relying on training courses without analyzing the body of knowledge is why many candidates fail. Sitting for the exam subjects you to the strict zero-tolerance environmental constraints enforced by Pearson VUE. Traditional in-person test centers strictly mandate arriving 15 minutes early and presenting 2 forms of ID. The testing room absolutely bans all electronic devices, personal notes, and reading materials. The on-view remote proctoring option provides a convenient alternative, but it comes with significantly more severe surveillance parameters. The technical prerequisites are rigid. You must use a personal device, not a work computer. And you absolutely cannot use a VPN. The invasive pre-exam verification process utilizes AI facial recognition to compare you to your ID. This is followed by a mandatory manual scan of your entire workspace using your webcam. The remote proctoring environment has a fundamental limitation. The proctor only sees your webcam feed. They cannot see your screen or the exam content. Specific physical infractions trigger immediate exam termination. You cannot look repeatedly off camera, obscure your face with a hand, or mouth words out loud. This matrix highlights the severity of the remote constraints. Your exam will be failed instantly and fees forfeited if a third party enters the room, if you leave the workspace, or if you wear any type of headphones. Navigating these strict environmental rules is just as critical as mastering the privacy material itself. Once you agree to the non-disclosure agreements and the timer officially begins, you face the internal UI mechanics of the test. The format is multiple choice, but the system will explicitly indicate when a question requires selecting more than one correct answer. Exactly halfway through the allotted time, you are offered a mandatory 15-minute break. This break introduces a critical mechanical catch. It permanently divides the exam into two distinct halves. Watch this interface. Before the break can begin, you are forced by the system to permanently submit your answers for that first half. Once submitted, you have absolutely no ability to return to the first half of the exam, regardless of how much time remains on the clock. Failing to anticipate this rigid two-part structure routinely causes candidates to mismanage their time and fail an exam they are otherwise prepared for. When the exam concludes, your final score is not calculated as a simple percentage of correct answers. The Exam Development Board runs your results through a rigorous psychometric scaling system to evaluate performance accurately across different test versions. This diagram plots the scale. It runs strictly from a baseline minimum of 100 to a maximum perfect score of 500. To achieve certification, your score must hit exactly 300. That is the absolute passing threshold. You receive an immediate pass or fail notification on your screen, with a detailed section-by-section breakdown following later via email. This complex psychometric evaluation ensures all passing candidates meet the exact same global competency standard, regardless of which specific test form they received. Achieving a passing score of 300 does not automatically activate your certification. There is a final financial and administrative prerequisite required to actually finalize and hold the credential. You must either hold an active IAAPP membership or explicitly purchase a separate certification maintenance fee. The digital certificate is only issued and the professional designation legally granted once this maintenance requirement is fully met and your status shifts to active. The complete life cycle requires mastering the body of knowledge, surviving the remote proctored crucible, passing the 300-point threshold, and activating the membership. Successfully navigating this grueling, highly regulated process is what establishes the IAAP certification as the definitive global benchmark for privacy professionals.